Hey, this is your Judge Will. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Tales from the Tarnished Jewel and Beyond. This is the cut that I made between the Croaking Fane and our time in Punjar. So this is the second half of our adventure from a couple of weeks ago. And again, the sound quality is really bad, so I wanted to apologize for that and just give you a quick rundown of what actually happens in case it's hard to hear. And all of this is actually from Punjar, the Tarnished Jewel by Harley Stroh, which was a Dungeon Crawl Classics free RPG Day guide from 2008. So this is a long time ago before they got a hold of the Legmar um, rights. If you watch anything with Harley Stroh, he talks about how the idea of Punjar is basically Legmar, and that's how I'm treating it. A lot of kind of what is going to happen in Punjar and the rules of the city that I'm putting into place come from Legmar stories by Fritz Leiber, Fafhard and Gray Mouser stuff. So the party travels across the Great Black Swamp on their way back to Punjar. And along the way, they see the elder black dragon Salt Tongue, who hasn't been seen in a decade. And they manage to avoid any sort of conflict here. So this is just an effort at some world building so that there is kind of like this large threat outside of Punjar and maybe give them something to fight in the future. So they avoid that. They get back to the slums outside of the city, where they find that everyone is in hiding. They didn't really do any of the investigation to find out that there is worship of Salt Tongue going on, but that's besides the point. Maybe they'll come across that down the line. They find that the city is locked up, and there's just general chaos going on outside of it. I did create a short sewer dungeon that they could have used to get into the city, but they did the smarter thing and just waited for the gates to clear and made their way inside. Once they're inside the city, they try to find some inn to stay. I had hoped that they would just stay at the same inn that we created before, but they chose not to, which gave me the opportunity to let them know that Yoshimi is a wanted person by the Thieves Guild for committing two of the cardinal crimes against the Thieves Guild, which is one, they killed a thief, and two, they stole from inside the city without permission of the Thieves Guild. So she's a wanted elf, and there's kind of just some shenanigans going on there to eventually find their way to an inn, which they do, and that kind of is where we leave it. The next couple of episodes are just going to be me and Dave and Brian, and we're pretty much just exploring this concept of the Thieves Guild and being wanted by the Thieves Guild and trying to figure out how Yoshimi can get them off their back. So that'll be coming soon before we get back to the full party and hopefully Jewels of the Carnifex. So enjoy.
Um, so yeah, now you're outside the Croaking Fane. The frogs and toads are all gone. Party is substantially smaller. Everyone, yes, will level up once you get a chance to rest.
I mean, we got the bonfire here. We could rest here theoretically, right?
Yes,
Plus
but
the
probably better off resting.
Was it a ways back to the town?
Well, Cletus the Swamp Man is still there. Boat, it's waiting.
oh yeah, it's right there. Demon Lord of Evil Amphibians.
We got attacked by gators on our way out here, though.
It's true.
Um, okay. Well, if no one has any objections, we should probably help that for tonight.
Rest for 2 hit points. Versus 1 hit. If you can even rest on the road. Maybe Caden can rest out here. Fighting flies and mosquitoes, snakes and amphibians and alligators. Yeah, Cletus is gonna say, what was in there?
Dylan, you want to know?
Yeah.
What happened to all the villagers?
That's not to think about it.
Hopefully.
Death
my.
would be a better fate.
Says, well, probably a day boat ride back to Shacks. Y'all want to hop in?
Sure. Seems good.
Get your ride with the scooter man.
So, Cletus takes up the oar, begins to push the flat boat out of the forested area that surrounds the Croaking Fane to the smooth waterways of the great black salt marsh. Strange, thick fog covers the ground. The swamper is uncharacteristically quiet as he uses his senses to read and understand the conditions. Kind of just like on and he says, it's wrong season for these fall. Salt tongue. Let's hope he doesn't catch our scent. Before I have someone roll, how do you
There's a salt turn.
salt tongue dragon? Great dragon of Black Mark.
Seen this dragon before?
I haven't seen him on the hunt for 10 years.
Well, we best do our part to make sure we don't last. I don't think so. I don't know what else we can do on boat.
Well, I have to do a whole other thing with my cleric, so we'll do that later.
Okay.
I have to reroll all of my spells. So whenever you lose alignment and you lose all of your spells, and you get new spells.
Oh, cool.
So
there's nothing else. Someone wanna their luck or less?
Just to clarify, am I now a patron of Boggle Bulblas?
Yoshimi?
Yeah. She had the King of Elfland before. She was neutral.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Alignment just switches.
I mean, you gotta roll with you gotta play the cards you're dealt, man. The gods are cruel. The gods are fickle.
So yes, just again. So Cletus is pushing the boat. There's a lot of fog. He says that
We like use the muck and the mire of the swamp to like rub it on ourselves to hide ourselves.
yeah, it's kind of exactly what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
Predator style. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that what you guys do? You cover yourselves with kind of the.
Yeah.
And I won't make you say that dimly through the mist, you see the shadow of a large dragon flying so slowly over the marsh. The worm is perhaps 100 feet above you, but house. Chill passes through you as the shadow blots out the sun. Then, with a dip of the wings, it careens off to the south. He just breathes a sigh of relief and says, glad I'm your guide. Less experienced swamper would miss the signs. Damn unlucky group of adventurers. And he starts rowing again back towards. Say anything? Ask anything?
wasn't he also working on? He finished the alligator boots. Thought he was working on. He hadn't finished, but the leather, like the armor, the alligator armor.
Think that it was armor for one person or boots for.
Oh, okay.
So he's done that.
Lysander gives Cletus a gold piece, and he's like, "A worthy guide indeed."
So thank you, sir. This means a lot to me. Did y'all get a treasure from that temple?
We barely escaped with our lives. I guess that's all the treasure we can get.
Says, oh. So what you're saying is there's a chance old Cletus to go back in there.
Yeah.
I would not. But yeah, you can do it if you want. I don't know what you'll find down there.
Well, maybe I'll go back, maybe not. He sculls the boat a bit quicker through the marsh, frequently checking over his shoulder. There's no further danger. Um, and eventually you reach the shanty town on the edge of Punjar. Settlement is quiet as the swamp folk hide in their shacks or flood the marsh. Cletus pulls the boat to shore and sets it on its side, allowing it to double as a shelter. He says, "Well, it's been a few interesting few days traveling with you. Need a guide in the swamp again? You know where to find me. I'm always happy to earn a bit of gold." And he kind of gives you a wave and goes to. Well, I guess do you stay in the shacks or do you continue towards the city?
Probably tell the people that like dogs are gone, but also their loved ones are dead. I don't know. Probably let them know
Sorry, what are gone and
that the frogs are gone, but their loved ones are also dead. Didn't
um,
they issue us the quest here? Well, I go find those people.
it's actually Cletus that gave you the quest. Yeah. So and all the other swamp folk are hiding in their shacks. I think you're close enough to the city too that you can kind of hear that there's like a general.
Yeah, I guess we should head back to the city and see what's going on here.
So as you approach the city, the gates are tightly sealed, and there's just hundreds of guards lining the walls, scanning the skies. It's massive ballista that have been uncovered and loaded, ready to fire at the dragon should it attack. Outside the walls, everything is chaos. Vagrants and swampers are looting abandoned trade carts, although there's still a few veteran caravan guards close to the walls. Those who didn't get through the gates fast enough to be let in are trying to get in. Some of them are trying to scale the walls. It's just kind of crazy.
Lysander, since he spent a lot of time in Punjar, like knows the guards, so he sees one of them. He knows, and he's like, Caleb, what's going on here?"
Uh, Lysander, didn't you see the dragon Salt Tongue? He's back.
That's remarkable. Salt Tongue hasn't been seen here in over 10 years.
I know, but he's back, and he flew over the village or over the city, and all are in an uproar. The overlord declared the gates to be shut. We're all just waiting for the order to reopen the gates once the priests decide that things are safe again.
Seems like you have your hands full out here. Is there anything we can do to help?
He says those traders that abandoned their caravans, shit happens. Too bad for them. They should have hired better guards. Nope, we're just keeping people off the walls, and as soon as the gates can be open, we will open them.
Very good. Thank you. Well, he turns to the party. We're not getting in anytime soon. The gates are sealed until they can decide what to do about this dragon.
About the rest of you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, Jude seems like a good person to follow, so acceptable.
Yeah. So you just kind of wait, and I think eventually things calm down, and as the sun is setting, no one has seen any more sign of the dragon. So they decide that it's fine to gates. As the gates open and the portcullis rises, there's another chaotic scene as traders and their caravan guards rush out to secure whatever belongings remain in their wagons, while the peasants outside the gates try to rush in, and thieves flee with ill-gotten loot. It's another hour or so before you finally enter the city. Get through the gate, almost as if dragon attack didn't happen, kind of just back to their drinking, thieving, jar ways. This is what I would say. So you're inside the city. What do you?
Probably like find an inn, maybe the inn we stayed at before, and rest and to kind of replenish our strength, I think.
What kind of defenses is the city putting together for this dragon? Or they're not worried about it now?
Yeah, they closed the gate, and then the dragon hasn't been seen, so they're kind of just like, well, it's gone, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Right? Like they have guys on the walls still. Dragon, first of all, hasn't been seen in like a decade. Second of all, resident of the swamps for hundreds of years, and they've just gotten
Right. Learn to deal with it as a ever-present threat.
I think of it like climate change. It's
Weren't happy about it, but they just live with it.
Right.
It's slow intended to.
It's just there in the swamp, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually maybe will be a problem. But yeah, I put a bunch of stuff in the chat, but basically, like every time that an overlord has decided that they're gonna kill the dragon, precedes rebellion ever, because as soon as you send all of your kill a dragon, there's no soldiers in town. That's how the last overlord actually installed.
Do we know what the dragon is hunting? Because I wasn't sure if you were alluding to last time that it's hunting us.
No.
No,
You could roll
just a
a
dragon.
yeah, roll.
Okay, we're rolling a d12 for rumor. D12. I don't think those exist. No, they do. Let me just grab them. Okay. Yeah, d12. Fantastic. Do I add anything to it?
Nope, just a 12.
2.
You kind of just hear someone talking about like salt tongue. How did you know it's light? It's thunder. Seeks to destroy. Seeks treasure and gold. Has his lair somewhere deep in the swamp.
Okay, so I guess I'll relay that information to the party, and say, hey, maybe we should find a place just to bed down for the evening, and just let the whole dragon nonsense work its way out. Like it's a very British thing to do. Like I'm sure it'll work itself.
I'll just blow over. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think that they are. Doesn't seem like people are like, let's organize a war party to go attack it. Kind of like just happy that they get killed.
Yeah. Basically.
Live another day, and they have more pressing concerns. Like I think you came in through the north, so you're going smoke, which is like the slums of Punjar. You're just like seeing destitute, even just like a casual observation by it's like just seeing pickpocketing. We have 2 votes to go to the tavern. Do you go back to the one that you stayed at before?
Let me go to a different one.
That doesn't matter to me. You can go wherever. That's fine.
Okay. Let's go to a different one.
Different one, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you go to a different. I don't. Tell me what you do at the tavern.
Sure. Yeah. I can go first. That's easy enough. So yeah, going into the tavern, and this is gonna be, I think Gaten has some money pennies. Yeah. So so Gaten will come in and say, I need a couple beds for the night. How many beds are typically in a room?
So the human says, looks you up and down, says, well, usually we have 4 rooms, 4 beds in a room, 1 gold per night.
All right, fantastic. Yeah. Can I get? I'll get 2 rooms. And I don't know how long we'll stay, so we'll start with 2 nights, so 4 gold, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Excellent.
Perfect.
So he kind of just holds out a hand for a couple gold pieces, gives you 2 keys. What about the rest of you?
Yoshimi's kind of walking around the bar, not trying to be suspicious, but also reminding you that I have like the elf thing where I automatically detect secret doors as I walk by.
Secret
if I'm within 10 feet, I automatically get a check. Okay, cool.
Secret door.
Well, what else do I see as I wander around observantly?
I think just observantly, say,
Mm-hmm.
notice as you walk into the room, three figures cloaked in black, glancing at you, so they recognize you, and
Mm-hmm.
then one of them hurriedly stands up and is out.
Okay, this is probably the Thieves Guild, I'm assuming.
Not a bad guess.
Yes. Okay, so I think that we should leave.
What do you say to the rest of the party?
I say, I think those guys from the Thieves Guild saw us come in, and I think we should leave.
Yeah, I guess.
You think that's prudent?
Yeah, being a
Can you
thief
get
is
your
there.
gold back?
Sure, the innkeeper, if you basically immediately like, actually, never mind, we're gonna find somewhere else, would be like, looks around and like, what's wrong with my inn? But okay, I think there's no Punjar Yelp. He'll give you your 2 gold or 4. Okay.
Hey, where do you propose we go now?
Um, how many inns are in this town?
Dozens, if not in this town.
All right, let's can we just go let's go out the back, not like out, we can't go out the back door, I guess, but can we go down like an alley for a couple of blocks and then just come out on another street and look for an inn there?
Sure. Why don't you make a save there?
Okay.
Let's call it a will save.
All right. I think it's just a d20, right? I'm trying to see if I have any bonuses. No, I have no bonuses. Okay. 18.
Yeah, everywhere you go, as you walk, just can't help but notice that like beggars casting you furtive glances,
Okay.
whispering to each other. They're all. It's always when they see Yoshimi.
Okay.
Of you definitely have the feeling that you're.
Okay. I would like to go into the nearest clothing store.
So yeah, you duck into a clothing store, and there's so probably it's the human, and
Mm-hmm.
the rest of you, Yoshimi ducks into it.
I guess we're just trying to like look for another place to stay, because like
Oh,
Lysander
actually,
and Jude are super fucking tired.
Right.
Yes.
okay. So why don't, yeah, so that makes sense to split us up a little bit then anyway. So why don't they, like I actually want to go into an armor store.
Okay. Sure, we'll say that you find.
Okay.
So Jude and Lysander are just gonna. Rest of the party are just gonna like kind of in to
Yeah,
it.
I think so. Yeah.
Gaden's gonna stay with Yoshimi.
Sure.
Being the thief and all, and like seeing these weird glances and kind of like, what is going on here as well. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Why don't I tell you what I think as a
Are-
thief you'd be able to figure out kind of.
yeah. So I do speak thieves' cant. So if some of the beggars or anything like that are using thieves' cant to communicate
Oh yeah,
their
sure.
beef.
Sure. Yeah, the beggars you kind of just hear like whispers. It's like that was the one killed Magmir. Yeah, killed Magmir. What happened to his friend? Stole from. Yeah, the one that stole from him. It's like fool is dead. King of thieves will never let him leave Jar alive. Some say the beggar king has taken an interest.
Okay. Wait until we kind of go into the armory and find a smaller spot, like in the armory, and relay that information and be like, "Hey, man, I'm glad you got away from the group because this isn't ideal for you. But like, I'm here for it." So then I just kind of describe what they are saying about him and be like, "Hey man, like I'm down to throw hands if you want." Um, so
All right. I think we can probably get away with this, probably with a disguise of some sort.
okay,
So I'm hoping to buy a helmet I wonder if you could find me a large cloak that would fit over a helmet. Maybe a magic cloak. That seems like a lot to ask.
Magic cloak. Um, yeah.
Or
I
some kind of just like
think.
I think I just need like a large cloak and maybe one that'll help me blend in.
I mean, I can definitely disguise myself. Can so, Will? Can I use disguise self to attempt to disguise him?
Sure.
Okay. I'm like I can't
Hold
imagine.
on, let me stop you because I just leveled up, and one of the spells that I took was invisibility. So before you said this, I finished my spell book and I took invisibility. So I wonder if I could just try to do that.
Yeah. So if people are detecting magic and stuff like that, they're going to be able to see you. If we use like a
Yeah.
physical disguise,
Yeah. Okay. Let's just do the physical disguising because I was gonna buy like a helmet and a cloak, and then you can try to disguise me.
yeah. Can you stay here for like 5-10 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this guy maybe fit some sort of a custom helmet for me. So.
All right. Don't trust anyone. Assume that everyone is going to try to get to you.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. All right. I will be back. So I'm gonna sneak out and go get different disguises.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
So let's go with Dustin. Like, what are you just like trying to creep in the shadows, or like just walking? It's
I mean, I'm creep. So I creeped out so that I'm not really being noticed that I am associated too much, even though like people would know I'm associated with them. Um, I guess I'm just like at first, but then just kind of walking. I tend to just kind of be as unnoticeable in general. So yeah, not necessarily passive stealth, if you will.
why don't you just roll another stealth check? Let's call it. So like it's gonna be
Okay.
and slash like you're observe what's happening.
To sneak silently, correct? Is
Yeah,
what we're looking for?
sure.
Great.
Whatever the equivalent of stealth in this game is.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's actually pretty high. It was a 16 on the dice plus 8.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So I think what happens is kind of step out and you look around, and you notice that there's like another couple of one of them does see you as you come out, and you notice them like then you kind of like just go between there's like I don't know like a funeral very right happening. It's like make yourself part of the crowd.
Kind of Assassin's Creed style, where you like
Yeah,
go into the crowd and then it synchronizes. Yeah.
right. Yeah, and so like you, like see the beggar like looking for, not seeing you, and like you see them make like a little like see them make a gesture with their
Hmm.
and kind of go back. You've successfully lost your tail.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dave, you're
Yes.
in the armory. Armor is in there, and it's like what can I get for you?
I would like to see your selection of helmets, sir.
Sure, yeah, they have all sorts of helmets. Leather helmets, steel helmets, full face visor helmets, just like crowns.
Do you have any like ones that make you look like a fucking like animal?
Sure, yeah, yeah. They have like a couple of like helmets that look kind of like
A boar. So what's like the strongest, the highest boost helmet they have?
they're all just not gonna get or anything. It's
Just like a +1 or something.
just like
A helmet? It's +1 though.
Cosmetic.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So in that case, I will
yeah,
go for the leather option.
sure,
And I will take their finest leather mask that covers my entire head,
sure. So they sell
like my
you.
face.
What does it look like?
I think it's gonna look like a frog or a
Okay,
toad, since I am Baba Boogly's
Sure.
servant now.
Sure. So you get like a toad helmet, and it's like intricately
It's like a
painted.
leather. It's got like a zipper here, like but it's like a frog.
Right.
Here.
It's like intricately painted.
Okay. I will then wait for Gaten to come back.
Sure. So Gaiden, you're going out to just buy like kind of disguise kit stuff.
Yep.
And a big cloak.
Pretty
Yeah.
easily find that just kind of like at a shop. Cloak is another silver. Maybe they make some small talk with you. Say, how long have you been in Punjar?
Oh, I've been in here for a little bit. I keep it pretty vague. No, nothing specific.
Well, they sell you the stuff and say, well, if you ever need, come back to our shop, and you easily make your way back to left Shimi.
As
It's
I'm
still
getting a little
stealth,
bit
right?
closer, I'm looking at the kind of the beggars and see if there's more beggars on the way out, so I kind of know maybe if there's resistance.
No, there's kind of just like there's the beggar that you saw following. They're just, they look like they're begging, but it's clear that they're keeping an eye on the shop.
Can I create a just kind of a small distraction and slip back into the armorer's tent?
Sure. What kind of distraction do you create?
Maybe I'm chaotic. Fuck, that's really chaotic. I was like, oh, I just like kill a guy in the street, and then like, oh my god, maybe that's a bit excessive for a distraction.
Yeah.
So maybe let's do maybe a couple of copper pieces. Yeah. So maybe there's like a oh no, because little kids they're all gonna work for the fucking Baker King.
Think about that, Dave.
Oh.
Do you like talk to the shopkeeper at all while you're about anything?
No, but I do slip him a few extra gold pieces to tell people he never saw me.
Yeah. He says, trouble with the town guard, or
I have an abusive ex-husband.
oh, that's dark. Okay. Sorry, Dustin.
No, you're good. So I think I'm gonna slap a horse or a donkey on the rear end to kind of create like a distraction in that regard. So
Sure.
it'll either pull a cart in a weird direction or you know in the middle of this like square and stuff like that. So yeah.
See how good of a distraction.
Let's see. What do we want to do here? Sure. I could do like a luck roll.
Sure.
And just see if I roll under a luck. It's a 10, so it's a pretty.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you slap this horse, and it's like connected still to like a wagon, and the wagon starts rolling away, and the shopkeeper was like sweeping front of the shop, and it starts rolling away frantically, and he starts yelling. You see the two beggars glance up and then kind of disappear.
I'll use that time whenever I see them kind of like look. I'm gonna slip in. So as soon as that happens.
Sure. Then as you slip in, roll another luck check.
Another luck check. Ooh, that's a 13.
Okay. Great. So you slip in.
Okay.
And Yoshimi is there with
actually.
It's gone.
I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna burn a luck. Okay, so that's 9. However, I get to roll an additional d5, and then I get to. Sorry, how does that?
So you want to subtract?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you? Why are you doing this roll?
Oh, because it was that luck roll to slip into the tent where I had.
Oh, yeah. You notice on the rooftop 2 figures in black cloaks, also watching the front as you slip in.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Great. So I'm gonna do this then. When I go in, I'm gonna be like, Hey, oh, actually, we'll wait till Dave. Oh,
think
Dave,
his
can you hear
head's-
still?
I'm here.
Are you still
Yeah,
on?
sorry, I
Okay,
was getting
okay, okay.
Doritos. They got me
No.
finally with this
No.
vending machine. I
Honey
resisted
bro.
for a while, but
So I'm going to I'm gonna sneak in, and I'm gonna a little worried on my face, and say, hey, did you get everything you needed here?
yeah.
Okay, here. Put these on, and then I'll do final touches, and I'm gonna go to the blacksmith and ask, hey, is there a back way out of here? And I'm gonna give him 2 silver pieces, or I'm gonna give him 2 silver pieces.
Sure. Says yes. It's like you can go out the back. He's like, but I don't see any guards out front. Are you in trouble with the thieves guild?
No, I am not in trouble with the thieves guild. So all of those words I said were true.
He says, okay, good, because if they found out that I helped you, they were after you.
Yeah.
Be dead. And as long as it's not the thieves guild that's after you. Yeah,
It's not the
a...
thieves guild, because it's not. It's the beggar king, right? I'm assuming 2 different.
Say that out loud?
No. Sorry. Sorry, I had my hand up. Sorry. So whenever I do this, is like meta. So I'm asking you,
You
like, would I
wouldn't
have that
know...
information?
Not from Punjar?
No. I think we all came here.
You're probably not familiar with the intricacies of politics of...
Okay. Well, I guess that still works, because technically I am not lying to him.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys sneak out the back, kind of in some alleys.
So real quick, before we do that, I'm gonna do my disguise self to do finishing touches to make him more not like himself.
Sure.
Herself. That is pretty good. 8, 9, 10, 11. So 21.
Sure. Yeah. Doesn't even look like an elf.
Okay.
Plus there's a mask. Bulky now, maybe.
Yeah. Hey. So we gotta go. There's they're waiting. They're waiting outside.
Okay.
So
Do it.
we're gonna slip out. I'm doing it stealthily, and that's an 10. It's a 10.
I got a 14.
Okay.
They're watching the front.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. So yeah, you guys kind of sneak out and into the crowd, and think Jude and Lysander have found an inn somewhere else. It's kind of like poke your heads into a few different inns until you...
I don't know. Jude and Lysander were looking around, right?
I think that Jude and Lysander found a...
We went to a inn. Yeah.
Okay. So is there any way we know where they are?
I don't think so. Kind of like you. So unless you're posting someone outside or something, the rest of your party. So I guess it's up to you guys. This is only Gaiden and Shimi doing this little side quest. So do you post someone outside so you find...
Wait, you're asking the rest of the party, or you're asking us?
I'm asking to answer.
Well, I can't imagine that Caden is going to be the one sitting outside. He's probably more or less inside. So I'm out.
Yeah, I guess we can post Faye, who's Yoshimi's elf friend, outside.
So then, yeah, you easily find Sander, Frost Candle.
Ooh,
Cool.
that's not a bad one.
I like it.
The innkeeper Rose. It's an okay inn. So they charge you 5 silver pieces, 4 beds in a room. It's kind of standard per night, and you're able to stay there for a while. So I guess the question is, you should just wrap it there.
Okay. Works for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I don't. I think Brandon's. Oh, what happened last time? A lot of people died. Then some of
Oh
those people
man,
came
yeah.
back. Yeah,
Okay.
dope.
That was a good. Yeah, that was a good one. Glad we could get it in.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are staying at the Crossed Candles. Thieves are searching for you. And Dayton, but jokes on
Good
them.
luck. Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
He's a dead end.
And yeah, you're kind of in Punjar, so I guess you can rest as long as you want.